Thank you for attending the Week of Kindness. Coming up next is another powerful, impactful, amazing speaker. Get your notepad out, get your pen. Let's get ready and enjoy.
Hey, everyone. So, you always see me talking to people that are absolutely incredible. And I need to tell you about this one woman that I met. You were one of the first people I met in this entire industry, and you have come up, you have invested so much, you've created some incredible opportunities. And folks, when I tell speakers that they need to speak and they need the stages and they need the conferences, guess what Jackie spent the last, 5 years doing is gathering all that magic and putting it into SpeakerTunity. Everyone, welcome Jackie Lapin.
Tony, thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here. This is, I think, my 4th time on Week of Kindness. And I love being here. It's a great, great program you put together and a fabulous community. So thank you for including me.
My pleasure. All right. So now, I think most people already know you, but just in case they don't, we do have a lot of newcomers and fresh first-time people to the Week of Kindness as attendees. Tell them a little bit about how your background and how you decided to focus in on this, because I know you have deep roots in Hollywood.
Well, actually, I started out as one of the first women sports writers in America. I decided I was going to be a sports writer at 11. I went on to be at the Detroit Free Press, the Associated Press, the front pages of the LA Times and the Washington Post. I then went on to have one of the largest sports special events and cable TV PR agencies in America. A lot of that involved, major sports figures and celebrities. And I did that for 20 years with a world-class client list. You know all of my clients. And then I wrote 2 books in personal growth. One was the best spiritual book of the year at the International New Age Trade Show. And I realized that my heart lay with the people that were making the world a better place. And so I rebranded my company, Conscious Media Relations. And for the next, then through now, so it's been about 14 years, we've been doing radio podcast tours. We introduce authors, leaders, and experts to 9,000 radio shows and podcasts at the same time with a minimum guarantee of 30 invites. And that has been going beautifully. And about 8 years ago, some of them came to me, said, "Can you book me for speaking gigs?" And we said, "We don't want to do that, but we know where they are. So why don't we just tell you?" And so that's when SpeakerTunity was born. I started to assemble basic directories and or tip sheets, subscription services where people could find their assets. And so it started with speaker leads all over North America for a transformational leader. Then we added radio shows and podcasts. Then we added virtual summits. Then we added regional directories so that, you can find just the speaking gigs in your marketplace. And then we added niche directories so you can find all the directories in your niche. And then we added TEDx's. And the latest is we added conferences. We have a directory with over 3,500 conferences in it every month, 500 new ones that people can go in and just pick. Now, what we did was we started to pull all this stuff into a membership program. So now it's SpeakerTunity members only, and you can find the level that you want to play at. Makes it really simple. And we're very excited. We've added a whole bunch of new resources, including our TEDx training program. And we've got a great program that'll take short form video and put it everywhere on all the platforms for you to grow your speaking profile. So we call ourselves one-stop shopping for the speaker leader, and we put it all in one place.
Made that easy.
Yeah. Everything is at SpeakerTunity. Just go on over and find it.
That's absolutely fabulous, Jackie. Thank you so much for giving us the 30-second view. I know you've got some new stuff coming up as well, and you also help people create, what they need. As a casting director, what I need to get them booked. So you help them do some speaker profiles as well.
We do. We do speaker one sheets. We do podcast introductory sheets. We'll now do your speaker, your flyers, your book flyers, your conference roll-up banners, your slides. We've got a whole array of graphic services that we provide, but everything is designed to make you most appealing to the booker. And when you get on stage, you're going to be effective. So we don't teach you how to speak, but we'll make sure that your booking are expecting. That is correct. Exactly.
All right, Jackie, you've got a presentation for us. I would love to see it.
Okay, so, one of the things that happens is that people who are speakers, they can really make a mess of their speaker bio, or they'll sit there and they'll ponder and ponder and ponder and think, what should I write? So I've got a little presentation that's going to make that easier for you. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk about writing your empowering speaker biography. And now when I talk about this biography, know that it's also something that you can use for, beside your speaker one sheet. You can use this as an introduction when people are introducing you as a speaker, and you can use it for a variety of other things. So this is going to be a really powerful little tool that you're going to be able to take advantage of. So you just heard a little bit about me. I've got 30 years as a publicist behind me, and I've got 10,000 radio shows and speaking engagements that we booked for. And I'm the founder, of course, of SpeakerTunity. We've got over 150 members in our our membership program. Speakers only, and hundreds in our other resources. And then I'm, as you heard, a best-selling author myself. So I really know this environment, and I am thrilled to impart some of what I've learned to some of you. So we're going to talk about knocking it out of the park with your biography. So, the things we've talked about is a speaker one sheet is a really powerful tool for you to get booked. This is what the booker is going to be looking for at. Besides of your letter, you say, I'd like to, here's reasons I'd like to be booked in your event or on your show. But when you give them something like this, they go, wow, look at all the things that they do and why they're so great. And a really good speaker one sheet is 2 pages. And on the front is your bio. We're going to come back to that, a couple of testimonials, and on the back are 3 presentations. So we highly recommend 3, because if you only have 1 arrow in your quiver, it had better be a bullseye. When you give people choice, it's more and more likely that they will actually make a choice from one of those 5. You have 3. You actually have an opportunity to increase your odds by doing that. So without a great speaker one sheet, you risk getting turned down consistently. And the key to that, of course, is is this bio, and you want to make sure that what you're presenting to the host is your distinctiveness, your unique selling proposition, and what it is that makes you special. Because if you don't, they've seen so many, and you're just going to get lost in that. So it's really critical to you. So the way to ensure you're getting booked again and again to grow your business and change more lives is to give them a bio on a speaker one sheet that knocks their socks off. So writing that biography, we're going to talk about the fact that, hey, it's actually easier than you think it is. Now you're going to write it in the 3rd person. So that makes it easier. It's not like you're writing about yourself. And it allows you to be creative. There's lots of nice, fun things that you can do with a bio to, make them perk up and say, wow. And it defines the benefit of why you are speaking to this audience. It's really going to talk about what transformation are you providing to the audience. It's not necessarily all about you. It's really about them and what are you bringing to them. And what I'm going to show you today is going to enable you to prioritize the information that you should have in your bio. So you want to make your biography benefit driven. What is the outcome for the audience? So when you're writing it, it's not just here's what I've done and I do this thing. No, you need to say, okay, this is what the audience is going to achieve once they have heard me. That is the most important message. What's the promised land that you're bringing them to? They don't care about process. They don't want to know about how you do it. You just need to tell them what's going to be on the other end, so that they really feel that bringing you on their stage is going to lead to some change or opportunity or growth for their audience. So how you need to really specify in your bio, how will the audience grow, change, be inspired, or move forward? And I'm going to repeat that. How will the audience grow, change, be inspired, or move forward? excuse me, what is the solution you offer to the problem that's keeping them up nights? It's not about you, as I said, it's about them. Remember this radio station, WIIFM, what's in it for me? When you keep that in mind, that will enable you to write a bio that really addresses the power that you're bringing to the stage. So you want to have a headline that speaks to that bio, to that transformation. You don't want to just put your name. You want to have a bio that speaks to it. So you can also name yourself, essentially. Give yourself a moniker that you can include in your headline, in your bio, that speaks to that transformation. Here are some samples. Career freedom coach, chief fear slayer, more productivity, less turmoil, change evolutionist, boldness coach, book shaman, write your book in a weekend, helping your audience get visible and get booked. That's one of mine. So you can see that when you come on the stage, when you're offering yourself, that this points to the transformation that you're bringing. So I'm going to give you 5 questions to ask yourself. And these questions are going to help really focus on how this bio is going to come together. And it's really, when you put them in each of these buckets, you're going to see how your material will unfold in an easy way. So the first question is, why you? So you need to sit down and write these things out. I'm sorry, Tony. You can do an edit on this, right? Give me 1 minute.
3.
Right. Okay, so you want to ask, why you? That is question number 1. And you want to illuminate information for each of these things. This is the start of your bio. The first thing you want to write is, what's your mission? Now keep it to a line. Don't go on and on and on. What is your mission? The next thing is, what do you teach? So you want to just, again, put a line in about what is it that you teach to the audience. The next thing is, what is your specific expertise? This is your body of knowledge. This is your area of wisdom. So you want to indicate that this whole category is what you teach. Then who do you transform? Who is your audience? You want to say very, very specifically. So for mine is speakers, leaders, experts, authors, and coaches. Very specific. So get into that. Who do you transform? So that the booker knows that in your bio, this is who you teach. And if he's got a match, you're the perfect match. And then what are the results? Do you have some very quick statistics that point to your results? I have trained 100,000 people in this, or my people go to 6 figures in less than 6 months, whatever it might be. You want to show what are some simple and easy results. Don't go into a lot of detail, just make it very succinct. And then why are you different? We touched on that in that earlier slide. What makes you unique? Why are you different than your competitors? Why have they never seen this before? Because if you're just telling people, oh, I help people remove their blocks, or I help people get to 6 figures, that is no longer enough in this world. You have to have something that really carves you out from the crowd, the hordes that are offering the same thing. So what makes you different? Put all of these down under question number 1 as you're starting to prepare for your biography. The next question is your story. Now, how does your story make you ideal to teach this? What have you overcome? Put that down. What story of trauma or tragedy or financial disaster have you come through? What are some of your victories and your demonstrations of successes? What that you have you received honors, or you have been, you've been able to stand on the mountaintop now since you were overcoming this problem that you overcame. And how has this informed your mission or your teachings? Did you experience something in that rags to riches story that taught you that you're now teaching this audience? So how, you need to say, well, and of course, because of this, I can now show the audience this. And then how do you relate to this this story, and what has it done for you in terms of created your change? What transformation has this meant for you? So question number 3 is about your background. What business have you founded or work positions you've been in that made you ideal to offer this information? What clients that you've served in the past that they would recognize, or whose stature indicates your expertise? And then the next one is, what specialized skill or program have you developed? What, assuming that you're here and looking to get more exposure, it's very likely that you already have a program. What is that you can define and for them? And again, keep it short. Or you might just have a specialized skill that you want to talk about. Oh, you teach people how to overcome their fear on the trapeze. Whatever it might be. And then any degrees or certifications that you have that make you especially qualified. That's question number 3. We're halfway through. So the next one are, what are your achievements? What milestones have you accomplished? What achievements have you done that are noteworthy? You have you've been honored by this organization, or you've just climbed every major mountain in the state of California, or you've been on 20 different television stations. Whatever it might be, you want to point to your milestones that's going to make the booker wake up, or the audience wake up. And then the next thing are your books, any radio shows or podcasts that you host, and other media. And of course, today we have so many video casts, TV shows online, so that can be included. And then if you have a really significant YouTube channel that you might want to include, if you have something like, a massive following on YouTube, you want to mention that. Now, keep in mind, if it's not significant, you may not want to include it. But we have a YouTube channel called the Get Booked Academy, which that it'll tell you right away what kind of content is on there, and that might add to my bio. So you want to mention awards that you've won that point to your, your expertise, your achievements, what the audience think, and what other companies, organizations think of you. And then related charities that you serve. That's not a big one, but sometimes it's impressive when you want to kind of fill out who you are and how you serve in this community. So question number 5, social proof. This is really important. And if you can do this in some way, shape, or form without getting into a lot of words, I suggest this. So where you've spoken before. So if you've spoken at Google or Verizon or big companies, then you want to mention that. Or on the UN stage, for example. Or who are your current clients? If they are noteworthy, you don't want to mention them if nobody would know them, but if they're big, you want to mention them. Celebrities you've worked with. If you, in fact, have coached a celebrity or have been, a close associate in a mastermind program or something like that. And when I say celebrities, I'm not just talking about entertainment celebrities. We're talking about celebrities in your industry. And then media that has featured you. Of course, this makes something, that shows that the media has put their imprimatur on you, which makes you look really hot as a speaker. And then the size of your online following, if it is significant. If you have an online following of 500,000, that's worth mentioning. And then any other numbers that are going to impress people. And you'd better have an idea of what those would be rather than me just throwing them at you. But look around your world and see what numbers are impressive that you have amassed from something that you've done. All of those are the 5 questions that you should answer to begin putting together your bio. Now, here's a simple biography formula. Give them each a number in order of priority. Which are the most important to the least important? Once you have done that, and I don't mean per question, I'm saying shuffle them all. And when you have started to prioritize which are the most important, that's going to tell you the order to put your material into your bio. Now, the last half of it probably isn't even going to make it in there unless it's a really good 1 or 2 items that kind of add more color to the bio as a whole. But by and large, the majority of the early stuff that's really critical, and keep in mind what's important to you isn't necessarily what's important to the audience or the booker. What is important to them, to influence them to want you, or when a host is introducing you, what is going to impress them? So, and there's 2 things. When you're writing your bio, you want to write it in a way that reads well. And not every sentence should be she said, he said. You want to put some clauses into it and things. But when you're writing your introduction, you kind of want to take some of that out because people don't talk in clauses. So you just make it a little bit smoother delivery, but it's the same content exactly. So start your bio with a sentence about what you are bringing to the audience, the problem you solve. I mean, that is really the most important element of what you're bringing to the table. And then add the second most important item into the first paragraph. And from there, you can start, kind of parceling out the information into each paragraph as you go. So mid-biography, the body copy, select the next top 5 other priorities and work them into the next paragraph. Make sure in this one you reference either your background or your story. And then take the next 5 priorities and work them into that last paragraph. Now, for a standard bio, it really shouldn't be any more than 3 to 4 paragraphs if you're going to use it on a speaker one sheet. Now, if you're going to use it for other things and you want to go 5, 6 paragraph, that's great. But if you're using it for your speaker one sheet or an introduction, it shouldn't really be much longer than that. So finish off with your social proof or remaining milestones. Just touch on those things, scatter them in to just kind of like an exclamation point and make it that much better. So it's a simple answer. This is kind of a summary in this that I just talked about in the first paragraph. You answer the questions: what's the benefit to you? Why you? What will be the outcome for the audience? How will it specifically change their lives, their business, their mindset? And what's different about you than everyone else in your genre? Why you may pepper into other information in this first paragraph. This must be the core message of it. And then this middle section, this is the second and third paragraphs. You want to touch on what you've done that will impress the decision maker in this audience. What are your top 3 results-driven successes? For your personal growth and wellness leaders, business successes means your top 3 achievements with clients. So it's either, for a business or for individual clients. And then in the last paragraph, you'll roll out your supporting credentials, books, achievements, education, certifications, clients you've served, places you've spoken, media that have featured you, awards you've been on, celebrities you've worked with. So that should give you a really easy formula to creating a really impactful bio. And you want to use some really powerful words, great adjectives that speak to how great you are. And keep in mind that a good adjective can take up 5 other words of narrative. So you can say powerful or acclaimed or insightful or highly regarded or breakthrough. Remember, you're writing about yourself in the third person. So, it kind of takes away that, well, I can't write about me and say these things. Think of it as somebody else you're writing about, and then you can put these kinds of words in. So the fine points of writing a bio: vary your sentence structure, as I said, using clauses and things. Alternate name and him or her, or in some cases in this world today, they. Start with sentences with clauses. Use active verbs. Use descriptive adjectives like we just talked about. Use present tense, like not past. And pronouns must match the subject matter of the sentence. Now, that's my big pet peeve with anything that most people write. If you talk about a company, I don't care how many people are in that company, it is an it. It's not a they. So you've got to make sure that a he, she pronoun matches, a he, she, as opposed to a they. So just singular organizations are an it. Individuals are an it. But if there are more than one individuals, it's a they. So just get that right, and somebody won't be correcting your grammar when you send over your bio. And the goal is to create magic in 7 paragraphs or less for a long bio, 3 to 4 paragraphs for a speaker one sheet or a read introduction. And, this is kind of a simple speaker one sheet. You can see some of it. I've got some prettier ones for you as well to see, but this gives you an idea. Bio on the front, the 3 presentations on the back, a couple of testimonials. You can get a sense of how this all comes together. And then this is, for example, what Tony and I talked about, we do speaker one sheets for leaders. And these are some of our client speaker one sheets. So you can see the color is different, the layout is different, but hey, certain things don't change. A great bio is a great bio. So I just want to make sure that you know that there are really ways to make your bio sing. And I hope that I've given you some great ideas to make it simple and easy, as you know. So your assignment today is start writing your empowered speaker biography, included in your speaker one sheet, included in your media kit. That's where you can go a little longer, included in your podcast one sheet, adapt it for your onstage and on-air introductions. And I just wanted to tell you that I also have a free gift that I have contributed to Week of Kindness. And I want to really encourage you, if you want to get out and do speaking and you're stumped by how to write the titles for your speaking engagements, this is something you don't want to miss. And it's called 20 Snappy, Irresistible Titles presentations. So you can go and grab this. That gives you those 20 formulas that you can just fit your content into and see if it works right well. But I tell you, when you do this, it's going to make writing your title so easy and very impactful. So that's our contribution for the Week of Kindness giveaway. Please go and take advantage of it. So there we go, Tony.
That was fun. You walked them through everything they need to know. And of course, I hope they were taking notes. But if you're not taking notes, don't forget, guys, if you sign up for our VIP gift, it's speakers like Jackie and our sponsors that give you the free general admission ticket. They paid for it. So you can all get in for free just to watch these events. But if you want to take your time, understand what it takes, take notes, and watch this presentation over and over again, you need to upgrade to our VIP ticket. That gives you access to all of our speakers, over $45,000 in gifts, and some wonderful advice from people like Jackie. So do yourself a favor, upgrade to a VIP pass. That's only $97, and 10% goes to our Better Vision for Children charity. So you're helping a whole bunch of things by upgrading to a VIP pass. Jackie, that was wonderful. And, it's so important to get the right message out there. And when I get requests for someone on stages or podcasts or that's the first thing I look for is their speaker bio. And if they haven't already submitted it to me, then that's just another delay is, how do we get them on there? So we definitely want you to have one. And I love Jackie's advice and how to put it together. So, and isn't that one of the bonuses that you offer them when they become a member of SpeakerTunity?
Well, I actually don't have this in the package, but you can reach out to me and I will be happy to send it to you.
That sounds wonderful.
We've got a lot of other good goodies over there, though.
I know. I absolutely know that. So let me ask you something, Jackie. What are how many places, let's say that I wanted to speak in conferences for 2023. That tells me two things. Number one, I should have already started, right? Like in
Yes.
August of 2022, because a lot of conferences are annual conferences, but this is the first year they're coming back. They're waking back up. They're having live events. And so they are looking for speakers. So your speaker bio is important, but more important than that, you need to find out where you're going, who you're submitting to, and who you want to talk to. And then they have submission processes.
Yeah, most conferences have a call for speakers form.
Right.
And you want to be able to put your information in buckets, essentially. And so you copy and paste, copy and paste, and copy and paste, and then personalize it a little bit for that particular conference or that particular theme. But you have to fill out a lot of those forms to get on some of the bigger stages. And I was just honored to say that we had a member of the National Speakers Association tell us last week that she got a $7,000 gig from one of our SpeakerTunity leads on Conference
I love that. Oh, we've got to celebrate that. So guys, if you're ready to start requesting to be paid for speaking, that kind of thing, please have a conversation with Jackie. And of course, you're always welcome to have a conversation with me, and I'll tell you straight out if you're ready, in my opinion, or not. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to let you know that there are things that our producers, the stage managers, the show directors, the run of show executives, that they're looking for. And if you're not ready, I will be the first one to be honest with you and say, no, I don't think you're ready. Hold on, we've got to get this done for you first. I owe something that I really do encourage everybody to have, even if you're just starting out, because we can also go to emerging stages like the Week of Kindness. It's a wonderful emerging speaker stage because we kind of guide you and help you and interview you and take care of you when you're just an emerging speaker. The experienced pros are the ones that I definitely think need to go over to SpeakerTunity. And that's one of the first things I tell them is, where are you going to start applying? If you don't have a place, if you don't know how to get them, go see Jackie.
Well, and we can also start you on local stages. You don't have to jump immediately to conferences with us.
Yeah.
So we'll help you figure it out. I have a colleague, Kelly O'Hara, who's our director of speaker relations. So if I'm not available to you, she will be. And so either one of us can really guide you on which is the best place for you personally to start.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, guys. Jackie, thank you so much. You are a staple item. I wouldn't even think of doing the Week of Kindness without you. So you guys, thank you so much. And on to the next one. And don't forget, upgrade your tickets so that you can take notes, get the VIP gifts, just relax a little bit, and you'll have a year to watch every single one of our shows. So thanks again, Jackie. Como siempre, te amo. As always, I love you. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Wow. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. Thank you so much for all of that great information. Hey, we're not done yet, so just relax. We're going to continue on with our next speaker in just a few moments.